What is up, guys? It is legendary rapper Alex Gilbert, and I've been on content mania right now. Like, what is this? 9 shorts in 3 days, a live stream, and now this will be the second video in 2 days as well. See, what I'm trying to do here is get more loyal viewers, because since Deception, we have not gotten that many loyal viewers. We have Scratch Eddie. I hope I'm saying your name right. I've looked up the comment, Scratch and the Eddie. I think I got it. So Scratch Eddie, Game, Emerald Dev, Tapman, and then all my industry plants. We need more people. So hopefully one of these videos is going to break the boundaries. I bet you it will one day. So let's get to the topic at hand, shall we? How the God makes Reddit posts. Let's get to this right now. This is my amazing YouTube, by the way. This is my Magnum Opus. This is the Reddit user God Alex Gilbert, which is obviously me, top 1% commenter. 2 months ago, what is up with the straight up haters? Because you may be thinking, well, can't everybody make a Reddit post? No, one cannot simply make a Reddit post. You gotta use your interconnected neurons and brain pathways to make them. So it's very simple, right? Like, while it's simple to make a Reddit post, you still have to think about it, you know? So, the thing with all Reddit posts is the title. Just like the thumbnail and title of a YouTube video. If you make a stupid title on Reddit, nobody's gonna click on it and read what you have to say. Now, I will say, Reddit's obviously gonna be way more lenient on the title, so you can have lower quality titles. I like to say, keep it real simple. Give it a question. A question draws people in. It's like, do you remember being in English class when your English teacher was telling you all the special openers for your 5-paragraph essay? You could do question, anecdote, fact, stuff like that. I like questions. You know, it brings people in. Reddit, it's a forum, so questions are obviously going to do well. So, give a nice, simple question, but don't be like, haters, why are all haters stupid or something like that? No, make the question genuine, thought-provoking. So when I do it, I want to make it, not too controversial. Just hey, I've seen this. So for example, what is up with all the straight-up haters? Very simple, straight to the point. What's up with all the straight-up haters? I'm not calling haters stupid. I'm not flaming them. Just making a nice, normal comment, you know? Then, what I like to do on all my posts is to give it a preface, which basically means, hey, this is my question. I'm not talking about this, though. For example, I'm not calling anybody who slightly dislikes my music or anybody else's music a hater. That way, you don't have people coming in here well, I gave you some constructive criticism, and you were stupid. You just called me a hater for no reason. What the heck? So, give you some actual boundaries on your post. Don't just make it so broad that anybody can comment it, because you want to get rid of cliches too. You not only try to want to get rid of people that think they're being called out but aren't, but also you want to get rid of popular cliches, because every comment on Reddit could be very vital if you string it in a proper way. And you're about to see this, because you're about to see how many comments I got and how many high quality comments I got. It was really, and I mean really good. This is why it's my Magnum Opus. So then I like giving some examples / anecdotes of what happened to me. This way, you get a personal background. You don't just want to be what's up with all the straight up haters? Haters are stupid. Why does everybody hate my music? No, you want to make it personal. You want to have people connect with you as a person through the what you're writing. It'd be amazing. So, for example, I've had a lot of people on here before, on Reddit most likely. There's been a few people on my YouTube channel say this is trash as well. I just reply to them, call them a loser or something, and keep going with my day. But for example, people say, this is trash. They create a paragraph style trashing my music, and this is why I really hate. These people have a knife shrouded behind them. So they spend a paragraph, right, bashing my music, saying it's just absolute clashing pots together, screeching nails on the chalkboard, complete garbage, right? And then they're like, well, actually, you could do this to fix it. And it's it's not even a good point either. It's a very basic point, but it's still slightly okay. But still, they spent like a whole paragraph bashing my music. So I would label these guys in there. And that's why I said these are the worst people. And then when I call them out, they're like, I'm just giving feedback, bro. So you want to make sure, like, you want to have like a controversial example as well, because that way you could bring out the people that are like that, and maybe you could see their side of the story. Because like I always say, there's two sides of every coin. So like maybe they truly thought they were giving you good feedback, right? Next time, then you can like find like a like equilibrium and say, hey, you can give this good feedback without maybe trashing like a paragraph style reply. Maybe you can say like a few sentences and that's it. You know, find an equal ground. And then, like, you know, call me a troll. Like, I'm such an icon on r/making hip hop. I'm basically called a troll. To anybody that's on Reddit, watch this. I am not a troll. Like, seriously. Like, everything I've posted, I stand by completely. You know? I'm not a troll. Like, truly. Like, I say this at the bottom of my heart. I truly stand behind everything I say behind. I try to be a genuine person. You know? I can get, like, if you just scroll down, you're like, oh my god, this guy's a troll. I mean, look at all these paragraphs he wrote. But I understand. And I'm not a troll, though. So then, I like to establish history. Like, for example, this is r/making hip hop. So I want to make it sound like I'm already an established member. I'm not just some bot. Because, like, as we know, there are a lot of bots on Reddit. And that could be really bad. Nobody wants to respond to somebody that acts like a bot or is boring. So obviously, I have the top 1% commenter flair. So that already established history. But I also want to keep going. I want to be like, hey, I posted a few subs and commented numerous times. I want to say I'm an active member. You know, standard stuff like that. And then I'm like, well, but it comes down to this. Like, most people are calling me trolls, downvoting every single reply I do. The upvotes are just saying this is trash get all the way at the top. 20 upvotes by just a sentence reply saying this is trash. Like, what is up with this? And this is a genuine question, too. You do not want to sound whiny. What I try to do in all my posts is I try not to sound whiny or complaining. Because, like, at the end of the day, nobody really likes a complainer. I just want straight facts on how to get better, you know? At either my music or talking to people on Reddit. You want to, like, make sure that point gets across. So, then, now that I established history in the Reddit, because you normally want to be an established Reddit user. Now, this isn't my first post here, obviously. Because, like, the more established you are in the community and post history you have, the more likely people are going to, comment onto your post at the bottom. And even give engagement, upvote it and stuff, maybe even downvote it, but I mean, that's still engagement. People still look at it and read it, so. Basically, you want to have, like, before you try to do a high-quality one, you want to have at least 4 posts under your belt in a specific community. That way you establish presence. So now that I established community history here, I would need to establish where I'm at personally. So at the time of writing this, I was 7 months into rapping, yeah. I was 7 months into rapping, you know, like spitting my fire bars. I don't know if this was the Deception era of the Bible, but I'm 7 months in, and then I've been posting on my YouTube for 5. And I've been making beats for a little over a year. Now it's almost been 2 years. And I want to, like, this is when you want to give some history about these things, right? I know my music isn't Eminem, Kanye, or 50 Cent. You do not want to gas up your music and say it's like the second coming of Jesus Christ. You do not want to do that. You do not want to sound arrogant. Because remember, you are asking a question. You're trying to get these guys help. You do not want to sound like an arrogant butthole. You know what I mean? So, like, make sure you're not saying it's like the second coming of Jesus Christ or anything. Like, no, it's not going to be Eminem, Kanye, or 50 Cent quality. But I wouldn't say it's completely trash either, though. That way, you know, you get like an equilibrium, you know? So, like, when people comment down below, they're like, okay, if you say your music quality is not Eminem, Kanye, or 50 Cent, well, why are you even making this post then? You probably think it sucks. You want to balance it out so you know you're somewhere in the middle, so everybody's on the same page. And then, you know, I say, maybe, like, I give my opinion. Maybe Reddit, like, people on here in general want to gatekeep. Stop new people from coming in. Just my opinion. Then you want to compliment your supporters. So, like, if this is like a hateful comment, right? Like addressing the haters, you always want to support your proponents, basically. Like, you know, for example, how I always, like, basically name drop my biggest fans: Emerald Dev, Scratch Eddie, my industry plants and tap, man, you want to like elevate your proponents to show, hey, it's not all hate. I've met some amazing people on this sub. Like there's this guy, False Pilot 2532. He's my producer. He's been producing all kinds of stuff. I believe his name is Chris Beard or David Beard. I don't know which one. Hopefully, check out Energized Prized. His production credits is in the description. I believe it's Chris or David Beard. This guy's really cool. There's Parody Foul, Jupiter Sounds, No Star. He's mixed and mastered something for me. So you always want to elevate your proponents. You know, you don't want to have it all be doom and gloom. You don't want to just call everybody a hater. So this is more like that. You don't want to like get people mixed up. I have gotten some quality feedback on this sub. I don't think this sub absolutely sucks. In fact, I think there's some great people on here. It just sucks when people say this music's trash and then gets voted to the top. And then this is just like a disclaimer type thing. Like I said, whatever you do not want to come across as, you kind of want to state that, hopefully, and then like give your reasoning why. Like, for example, I don't want to come off as complaining and stuff. Like, I know it may seem like that, but I don't want to come off as that. And then, like, I asked a few questions to the audience, or I guess the Redditors in general. Should I just wait to post for years? What should I do here? Are these types of comments that are haters common on here? Man, I need to clear my throat 1 second. There we go. And then I've also been on Reddit for about 5 months. That way you can say, hey, I'm a little bit new to this. Maybe I'm not wording my responses well. And then this is when, at the end, any popular cliche you know that any Redditor might type. Like, for example, on this hater post, I knew for a fact people are like, well, you shouldn't care what people think. You need to address that immediately. Well, I guess immediately at the end. Immediately at the end. You want to be like, hey, I know I shouldn't care about what other people think. To an extent, I don't. But I'm fine with people, like 1 to 3 people, who do it and then get downvoted. Just when multiple people do it at the same time, it bugs me. You know what I mean? Especially as a casual / beginner subreddit. Or at least that was the assumption that I got. So there you go. This way you don't have as many comments. I mean, people are still going to comment it. But this way you get rid of it. Because, I mean, having comments on Reddit's nice. But as you can see at the bottom, spoiler alert, I got 209 comments. So if I didn't address all these cliches and stuff, I probably would have got 500 comments. And most of them probably wouldn't be like as high quality of what I'm about to show you. Because I'm about to show you. On Reddit, it's better than any AI. You go to Google AI, Being AI, none of them, Okosha AI, Copilot, the NVIDIA AI, AMD AI, none of them comes even close to about the amount of knowledge I'm about to get off here. Like maybe a YouTube video might help it out, but like here you can like talk to the Redditors. So finally, what I like to do is, especially on these long posts, thank them for reading it. You don't want to come off as a jerk. Never come off as a jerk on a Reddit, man. So like always thank your haters, because like they took time out of their day to read this. Like this is probably like what, a 5-minute read, and then like if you need to comment on it, you need to reference it. So it sounds probably like a 10-minute read. So always thank them for taking your time out of the day. Even if they give you hate comments, they still took time out of their day to read it and see what they have to think. And then once again, reassure what you want the audience to hear. Just once again, if you do decide to think it sucks or trash, please give real feedback on how to improve future songs. This way, this was like a last-ditch effort to stop trying. Like I was trying to limit people from being like, this sucks and it's trash. By just please asking them, you could say it's trash, but also give me genuine feedback, which some of them didn't, and we'll go over that. But there's a lot of gold in this mine. There's a lot of coal and there's a lot of gold. And then what I like to do, especially on long posts like this, please include a TLDR. Like, for example, I said TLDR, please read the whole post. But if you are in a hurry, there you go. Like this way, they all like give you a certain urgency, like, okay, I'm in a little bit of a hurry, so maybe I'll read it. But then he's like, okay, he said please, so I might read the whole thing. Why not? See, he seems like a genuine guy. And then just give it like a quick summary of what you want. So for example, I've been rapping for 7 months, posting for 5, and beat making for a year. Whenever I post and comment here, about 40% of the replies are straight up, hey, is this normal? Am I doing something wrong? Why do people feel a need to trash my music without giving good feedback on how to improve? Simple, short, to the point. I don't know, maybe a 30-second read, max, maybe, like probably more like 10 to 15 seconds. And then as you can see, this was such a perfect, engaging comment thread. And it helped me so much. Like, to anybody who like came from this thread, because I bet you there's some of my viewers that came from this thread and even commented here. Like, maybe I'm going to scroll over your Reddit name and you're going to be like, hey, that's me. Commenting below if that is you, by the way. I truly appreciate. I don't really appreciate the haters because, like, come on, bro. They're about to be in this comic section. But I appreciate you if you gave me feedback. Like, this has really helped me improve. Like, 13 upvotes, which is pretty huge for the r/making hip hop, especially on this controversial topic. Like, I bet you I got a lot more upvotes, but a lot more downvotes. So, like, they equalized out. 209 comments, which is absolutely crazy. Also, by the way, I'm really sorry if I have to clear my throat a lot and, like, sniff up my nose on all this snot and stuff. I have pretty bad allergies and they're flared up right now. Apologies for any of that. And I also got 19,000 views. So, like, this would be the Magnum Opus. And then also you want to, like, flare. If you do have even if the flare is not mandatory, right? If you're in a subreddit and they have flares and it's not mandatory, I would still post it just in case. Because even then, it's like, it stands out, you know? It's like nice and blue. It's question. I believe you could sort on it in Reddit. So if people just use the sort feature, they can find your flare a lot easier than not using a flare. So I would recommend it. So that is how you make an engaging post, right? An engaging Reddit post on any Reddit site. Just take your information, like take your topic, and then just go paragraph by paragraph on what I did. And it should work out. I mean, obviously you have to tweak it a bit if it's not about rapping, but there you go. So let's go to the comments. Because comments is, actually, I'll show you the insights real quick. I don't even know if you guys care about the insights. Oh, the bar graph's not here. Never mind. Oh, shares. 35 shares. I don't know if that's good for a Reddit post. I don't know what that means. 62% upvote ratio. I don't know if that's good. I don't really use. I'm not that in depth. I mean, I use Reddit every single day, but I'm not in depth about it, you know? So here we go. Like I said, this is the Reddit curse, right? Top comment. I feel like giving advice is genuinely a waste of time because you have to be trolling. Your flow sounds like you're purposely trying to have no rhythm. LOL. If you're being serious, you need to practice rhythm. This is literally the B type guy. Like, if we go to the top sentence, like, you got the one word reply saying it's trash. Create a paragraph style reply, which this isn't a paragraph, but it's close enough. And then he trashed me. So he's like saying, I feel like giving advice generally sucks because your music's absolute garbage. I can't believe I just read this. But if you're being serious, you need to practice rhythm, which is like basically, it's like saying, you know, if you suck at a video game and then your guy, like your friend, just says, hey, just get good. That's basically what this guy's saying in terms of feedback. So that's why he sucks. I downloaded him. And of course, he gets upvoted to the top. I asked which ones he listened to and stuff. I think you should always, like, even to the haters, because as long as they're not like an absolute troll / hater, like, I don't think I'd comment to the A guys. But if it's like B or C, I try to probe them for new information. And do this to everybody. Always reply to the comments, because even if they don't respond, there's a chance they do respond and they give you more information. This guy. This one's really good. Alright, man, you wanted constructive criticism. Here it is. You're not rapping. I understand you think you are, and I understand that the words you use to rhyme make you believe you are, but it just sounds like you're reading a dictionary in a narrative manner. There you go. This is a lot more specific. This is really helpful to me, because then I need to know, okay, I understand. I need to put more tone and conviction in my voice when I'm rapping, you know? And it's not even in a storytelling sense. There just seems like rambling. There's no rhythm, no cadence, no flow, no bounce to it. It's just talking. I listen to about 7 to 10 songs, and I seen you post here often. And to give the benefit of doubt, I listen to your most recent tracks. I'm being genuine when I tell you it's not rap. Which, I mean, he's being blunt, but he's kind of cooking with his feedback, you know what I mean? Sounds like you're reading Dungeons and Dragons lore. I mean, this is kind of hate, but I mean, I'll give him a pass. Once again here, more hate. I'm not defending my stuff. It's just like, when people call me a hater, it sucks, you know what I mean? Or sorry, a troll, not a hater. They're haters. This was facts too, because I just realized, like, he really opened my mind with this line. This is why I really like this comment. If you see, I upvoted him. I downvoted this comment because, like, absolute troll level comment right there, just pure hate. And I upvoted this guy's comment because this was basically what earned him the upvote for me. You also keep saying stuff along the lines of, which songs did you listen to? Well, listen to this one. This is newer and better. And it's just not, man. Is the production better? Maybe. But the production is not even remotely your first problem. And what he's getting to is my flow sucks. Which is true, because I'm probably annoying people, right? Because like I say, because I did this a lot in the comic section. They would write stuff like this. Like, for example, on this guy, which raps, in parentheses, like parentheses S, did you listen from me, if you don't mind me asking? I think this is all right, because this way you can get more specific. But then after that, if he says I listened to Deception, that was when I had the Logitech microphone, not this Blue Yeti. Obviously, the vocal quality and production is going to be a lot better, and that's why he says maybe. I mean, he probably should have said yes. But my flow's still going to be really off, so it's going to sound off to him and anybody else that listened to it. And that really opened my mind. And I was like, you know what? You're right. They're all sort of the same. I should stop doing that. And that's why you earned the upvote. And then he says, I strongly advise yourself to get away from the current delivery and try to rap, stuff like that. Like, that's kind of basic, but I mean, he was giving some good stuff. Not sound like you're reading, but generally flow with the rhythm. Recite nursery rhymes, practice, stuff like that. And bump your head, like make beats to bump your head too. And then he did like my style of posting too. He said he made sure, hey, this is not a hater. This is constructive criticism, like what I did in my post. You want to make sure, hey, I don't want to sound whiny. This is just what I'm coming with. So I read him like, okay, yeah, no, I really agree with you, man. And they said, keep working at it, and, you probably need to change some stuff up, give them something they want to bop their heads to. Hope this helps. If you're enjoying it, just who cares what you think, what anybody else thinks, just keep going, F it, But if you're experiencing the masses and you want them to enjoy it, try to change something up, and good luck. Really great. I mean, I make sure you thank comments. Like, if you think they're amazing, upvote them and thank them. And then he did not respond, unfortunately. I tried to ask him some more questions. He didn't respond. But I really did like what he was saying. This guy called me mentally ill and then blocked me. Like, literally called me. I said I had a mental illness, and that was absolutely crazy. He blocked me, so I can't show you the comment, unfortunately, which is kind of stupid. I can't reply to the comment thread either. Like, now that he blocked me, I can't reply to Lost in the Rap Game, GL Nail SD, and No Start. But, like, it's crazy calling me a mental illness. That kind of set me off. That kind of made me angry, but it is what it is on a Reddit post. You gotta expect it sometimes. This was dumb, right? This one was dumb. But then he came up with the edit, right? And this is why I wish haters were like this guy. Because this guy is a hater. Don't get me wrong. But I liked him. And in fact, I'm going to give him an upvote, because why not? I don't really care. Why not? The edit was so hilarious that it made me laugh out loud. And I knew, hey, I wish all haters were like you. So let me read it. I just listened to one of your songs. You have to be trolling. It's like being trapped in a small room with an aggressively talkative Jehovah's Witness who is suffering from vertigo. You sound like Professor X from the X Clan if he was made from mayonnaise and fills his mouth with marbles. Like, I literally feel assaulted. What the are you doing, bro? I encourage everyone in this thread who has supported your efforts to go listen and then edit their comments. So, like the last sentence was straight up hate. But I mean, like, he was hating on so bad, but it was such a clever hate. It was amazing. Like, for example, on Dissipation, one of the Redditors says, my grandma's phantasmal fart sounds better than this. My dead grandma's phantasmal fart. That was creative hate. I think I heart that comment and said, keep it up, bro. Because I really wish haters like that. I wouldn't even care. Like, I just hate when people are like, this is trash. Then I tried to, like, I want to say, I'm not whining, man. Like, what? And then, like, I said, this is amazing. You should keep going. And I don't know. I mean, he kind of dropped it. He wasn't that funny anymore. There's a lot of these comments. I mean, you guys can read it. I might link it I'll link this in the description so you guys can read all the comments. Because if you want to be a rapper, some of these are straight up hate, but there's a lot of golden information. Like, we're about to get to this. It's really good. This guy was nice. I mean, he told me. He gave me feedback and stuff. It was nice. Some of these guys are nice. This guy, I thought he was a straighter. I thought he was a straight up hater at first, but he actually became a subscriber. And if you might be watching this video, Northside Shorty, so thank you for subscribing me. I thought you were a hater at first. But yeah, I told him, like, listen to brown French fry, and then he always listened to burnt French fry, and he realized burnt French fry, while it was still bad, was much better. So he's like, all right, I'll subscribe to the journey. So, everyone got typing essays. Bro got everyone typing essays in the comments. That's what I'm saying. You're not serious. You're playing a character and trying to get notoriety, which I don't really understand what that means. Because every single person that's mainstream is playing a character trying to get notoriety. And I'm having fun doing it. I don't know. I think this guy is honestly boring. Because why would you want to... Okay. If you want to rap just being yourself to the T, completely understand. But if you're complaining about me, who's rapping as a character, well, I don't know why. Come on, man. So I don't know what that guy was talking about. This guy, I don't really know what the point of that guy was. Ain't no way. They hate us because they ain't us, This guy. Okay, this is when... Remember when I said there's gold in this coal mine? Well, here it is. This guy gave me a step-to-step, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what you call that. A bullet point, but they're numbers. A number bullet list on how I make good beats. And this guy was amazing. And then I chatted with him a bit more. Like, you need melody, keys, and harmony. Basically, if you get too musical. Like, he went pretty basic. So I'm like, okay, I really like this. This is really good. Oh, wait, he got him up to 8. Yeah. Keep it up, bro. That's it. Thank you. Like, keep coming. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Thank you, man, for all this. Because while it was a little basic, it was still pretty helpful. And I took, like, some of that to my mind on how to make better beats in the future. Listen to his Spotify a bit. He linked it somewhere. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. And then he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because I'm like, hey, can you tell me how to do this more in depth? And he's like, yeah, man, sure. And then he gave me this thing, 3 cents make up a song. Start with the bass line. 4 notes to a melodic bass line. It was really good. I really liked this guy. He came in a little bit late. It was like day 6 of me posting this, and he was a gold in the coal mine. In like a sea full of hate. This guy's one of the cool people. So thank you, ER841. This guy just straight up more hate. I like this guy, Possible Insect. He gets me. I'm not gonna read out all these because this is already being a little bit too long. 30 minutes. I got a habit of yapping for 50 minutes straight, but we're almost out. It's 209 comments, so we gotta move, This guy was making some sense, right? Because I was also looking for reasons why I am like directing so many haters. Is it how I format my post? And he's saying how to make lyrics not sound cringy isn't far from asking how do I rap, which was another post I did, by the way, and that's what he's referencing. Because I was referencing how do I not make lyrics sound cringy in my post about haters. Like, there's a lot of haters in the how do I make lyrics not sound cringy post. So this guy brought it up, and that's why he's saying, hey, there's probably a lot of haters because you're wording it wrong. And I'm like, oh, okay, I really get that then. Thank you. I got downvoted. I mean, it is what it is. I getting downvoted a lot. Yeah, this guy. Like I said, I thought he was a hater, but then he subscribed to me. He's like, oh, he's along for a ride. So what's up? This guy told me to go to other subs since this place isn't working. Not bad. Where's the other guy? There were some other dudes that were really nice here. This guy was alright. You know, he's like, basically what you're doing is you're focusing too much on the Reddit post. Tone it back a bit. You know, focus more on their flow and music. Because if you go to the gym, right, and you every single day you ask somebody how to bench press, you're not going to get better at bench press. Sometimes you just have to do it. And he was making sense. So this guy was pretty good. Oh, I've been rapping for 7 months. So early on the journey, you haven't been able to like even blossom yet. So keep going. There's a lot of those. So I was realizing, okay, yeah, I'll tone back on the Reddit post for now on. More comments like you gotta get used to it, stuff like that. This guy's straight up hater. I mean, you're gonna see a bunch of haters in the comments, but I mean, it's like a gold mine. And like, think about, like, this is probably like pretty much like the closest you can get to like an academic paper on music making and rap making. Because while there's a bunch of nerds and stuff who just complete hate, and some people give false information, there's a lot of gold mine comments. And I still, like, what I do, right, is I still sometimes open up this post and I read some of these comments whenever I need, like, more knowledge. Because it's all here. It's perfect. 209 comments. So good. And just keeps going, too. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I guess Swooty. There's this guy called u/Swootylicious. I guess he was probably commenting on me because I wasn't going to the replies, because if we do that, we'd be here for like 3 hours dissecting this post. But Swootylicious, we got into a like Reddit messaging thing, and we typed between each other on how to get my flow better, like my internal metronome, and that really helped for my flow. So that is how the God makes a Reddit post, I believe. I don't believe I have anything else to talk about. I'll link it in the description if you guys want to read it. Just go through it. The start has a lot of hate comments, but it comes back, you know? So, I'll make myself big. Thank you all for watching this amazing How the God Makes Reddit posts. Now, before I go, I'll play this amazing rap song I just got done, because like I've been doing snippets of what I've been making, right? The rap songs. So this is the outro for the Rapture, and I'll play it for you guys real quick. It is 5 minutes or 4 minutes long. Absolutely amazing. So I'll play it for you guys real quick. Where is it? Alrighty. There it is. Looking up heat on Parody Fowls. Hope you all enjoy it. Gonna show all you nerds how to rap, so eat it up. I also have text. Text message, you know, my phone's a webcam. This rap has no chorus, straight bars, so don't bore us. Let's go back to the beginning of time, when I started spinning these great rhymes, filling lines, page after page, dawning new age. I used as an instrument to cope. Infinite possibilities were dope. These new directions could be reflections, part of my soul, to keep back the toll. Fill my joy to full. It became coal, fuel, a tool that stool to feel great. Elate, took that weight off my plate. As the world gyrates, I had power. I dedicated hours to this craft. I said before I started these wars, I threw out drafts and drew up graphs. Analyzed and cannibalized best parts. Dressed it together, now better. You don't know thy grind. You don't know my mind. Yet you all still try and break my will, prey on my fall, my stall to crawl. You think I'm weak, completely lazy, been even called crazy, mentally ill. Just because I'm splendidly chill doesn't mean I'm especially grilled. In fact, I'm severely skilled. Yes, I'm a unique entity still, yet you guys have a zealotry to kill. Ah, crap. Oh, I'm so sorry. Looking up, I'm splendidly chill doesn't mean I'm especially grilled. In fact, I'm severely skilled. Yes, I'm a unique entity still, yet you guys have a zealotry to kill. Must be a bleak, weak recipe to thrill. Each creation gives me great elation. So when you diss this rap, call it crap. You zap me, yes, personally. It is a part of me, from the heart. Everyone is a spark in the dark. Don't get me wrong, in this very song, I'm fine with constructive criticism. It is a destructive, depressive schism when you bash for the sake of hate. Blame that trash to ash. Take that there bait. I know your prayers await in heaven, yet I swear, where you go, you will lessen. So take this as a lesson. Don't deafen. Your outward hate is a confession. You are in a drought-scared suppression. Pure depression. Your succession. Your complete nothingness. All void. So you alloy yourself with lies. Yes, you blame potential allies. Blame your sad name all on them. You know you are small and scum. Dumb and numb. Bottom of the barrel. So before you start those wars, put on the hateful apparel. Think to your very self, while this ink sinks into the paper, do I want to burn the vapor, known as a traitor, hating this labor? Or should I instead watch from afar, on the stars' fire bars, and let him cook? I got you shook and hooked. So look out, you doubted me and shouted at thee. I always win, then smite and fight sin. So there you go, other than the absolute mess up I had, because I'm on Discord, right? So I actually went to a different channel, and I forgot. That stops it. So there you go, that's a snippet. And that would have never happened. Like, if you could tell, my flow's getting so much better, and that would have never happened if it wasn't for this Reddit post. So there you go, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. God Alex Gilbert out. This is how the God makes a Reddit post. Peace.